Well, the newest rumor is that the GTA 6 map apparently leaked, supposedly. And that's a big supposedly, and I'm not saying that it has. You remember how I made videos about faked leaked screenshots for GTA 4 and 5? This could very easily be content for a future fake leaked GTA 6 screenshots video. With any kind of information leaks like this, you always have to take everything with a massive grain of salt and not get too overly excited. But I'm already seeing a lot of people getting excited about it, and people are now talking about GTA 6 again. Not that people have stopped talking about a game that doesn't even officially exist yet, but things seemed like they were slowing down for a little while. So I figure I might as well take the time to take a closer look into this and give you my own thoughts. The link I got from a friend of mine who immediately texted this to me goes to a Reddit page on the Gaming Leaks and Rumors subreddit. The person who made this post starts off by reminding us that in December of 2018, this map that depicts what clearly seems to be some kind of condensed version of Miami, or Vice City if you will, was purportedly leaked on Twitter by an account called 198E5. And look, it says 1985 on there as well. Like you should believe, ooh, this might be set in the 80s. I think a majority of people either forgot about this or ignored it and decided it was fake. Including myself. Why should I believe what some random mysterious Twitter account has to say? Not to mention, GTA 5 had its own fair share of map leaks, which turned out to not be true. With enough time and know-how, you could definitely make one on your own. And then the rest of this just looks like some kind of fan-made map, so I really didn't think it was real at all back then. And I forgot about it, until I got reminded of it again because of this new apparent quote-unquote leak. Someone posted a picture of this island on 4chan. That's already a bad sign, I know. But this new image of an island seems to almost match up with one of the drawn islands on the original map from 2 years ago. You have the urban area highlighted in gray, marked around the western edge, a few mountains and a lake in the middle, and a river splitting off the eastern side of the map. The river is a little different, but everything else is more or less the same, only more detailed and now resembling how the big city portion of the map looked in 2018. And this is what has now sent everyone into a frenzy. Now, I'm not going to say whether this is real or not. Nobody really knows for sure, and I'm not about to say, oh my god guys, this could totally be real. But a lot of people do feel that it's got some more legitimacy to it than some of the other random apparent map leaks that you might find floating around the internet. Of course, a lot of GTA fans are nothing if not hyped over random stuff that might not even be true, and I say that as a GTA fan myself. Look, I remember the hype for the PSP games and how people were making up all kinds of wild stuff even back then. And then the hype for GTA 4 and then episodes from Liberty City following that. I've kind of learned to not take anything at face value when it comes to GTA, but at the same time, I've eaten my own words over this before. In April of 2016, someone posted an image of what they claimed was the map of Red Dead Redemption 2, which they claimed to get off of a source that they couldn't name. And when I first saw this back then, I thought, yep, that's fake. Then the game came out 2 years later, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. That was real? Then the next thing I thought was, how the hell did something as major as a map leak out of Rockstar? No one knows for sure, but I've seen some speculation that it could have had to do with disgruntled employees deciding to leak stuff in retaliation for what was happening with Leslie Benzies, since this would have been around the time after it was announced that he was no longer at Rockstar and was instead involved in a legal battle with his former employers. So back to this image, who the hell knows what it is. I've already seen some people saying that this is also way too detailed to be fake, and that no one would put this amount of effort into creating something like this. The buildings and roads apparently look too detailed, but you don't really know that. All it takes is one talented graphic artist to work on it during their free time, and they wouldn't even have to be in a rush to make it. They could be getting home from work, sitting for maybe an hour or two working on it, little by little, they eventually finish it, or finish it halfway, and then they could say, hey, you know what, I'm just going to be funny and post this on Twitter. And if you played GTA before and you're familiar with how much they condense cities, then it would be fairly easy to draw up something that might bear a passing resemblance to a modern GTA map. You know, the kind where it doesn't match the real-life location exactly, but it's close enough. So, just for the heck of it, because we're already here, and because I've done this before with beta maps and with fake maps, why don't we briefly analyze this map? I could be completely wasting my time doing it, but whether it's real or fake, when GTA 6 finally does happen, I'm sure we'll all get a good laugh out of this either way. Here we have what's obviously Miami and then Miami Beach. Interesting detail, it looks like there's some kind of racetrack to the north of the airport, which reminds me of the location of the racetrack and casino in Hialeah, which is just outside of Miami, and directly north of Miami International Airport. And to the east of both, there's a stadium that location-wise kind of reminds me of Marlins Park. Whoever designed this obviously knows the area, even if they just did some basic research on Google Maps. Then down here is another urban area, probably based on Homestead or something. To the west, a random small town, then a slightly larger town that's more or less where Fort Myers would be located. Then you got a random island plonked in the middle of the ocean that reminds me of Nassau. Then you got the island whose map supposedly leaked again. Location-wise, it feels like it's where Cuba would probably go, but then there was that whole Project Americas thing, which I also don't believe, that stated that we'd see a portion of South America, so you know what, who knows? And I think I've said that a lot in this video too. Who knows? At the end of the day, nobody outside of Rockstar does. And we won't know for sure until GTA 6 actually gets revealed and we can start piecing together the map based on screenshots and footage from trailers before the official map actually gets released. Don't be disappointed if this map doesn't turn out to be legit. I never said it was. And anybody who does is getting their hopes up for something that might not come true at all. But if it is real, then I guess that's cool. Though if that's the case, I already find the layout to be a bit strange. To get from Miami to Homestead, you aren't really going through the Everglades, you're just passing through endless random suburbs. It seems a bit odd, but then again, GTA 5 did feature the desert and the LMOC as being north of the city and completely surrounded by lush greenery, when in real life the Salton Sea is southeast of Los Angeles. Far southeast, it's actually a little bit closer to San Diego than LA. Hell, GTA 4 even had its own map oddities. You know, like how Staten Island is completely missing, or how the casino in Alderney is northeast of the city when in real life it's actually quite far south. I guess it just loops back to the argument of they're not supposed to resemble the real life maps 100%. But then, is this even a real map? Well, I guess we'll just find out one way or another. Eventually we'll know.